It all began with something surprisingly simple. 2 players, 1 ball, and a screen barely managing to illuminate. This was the world of early games, a world defined by Pong. No one could have imagined back then that a few pixels bouncing to the rhythm of simple algorithms would spark a gigantic entertainment industry. The first machines appeared in bars and arcades, and the queues grew faster than the designers could repair them. It was then, in 1972, that an era began that would soon surpass film and music in scale. Then came the 1980s, and games emerged from bars and entered our homes. Alongside televisions with slightly curved screens, the first consoles appeared, becoming family entertainment centers. Legends were born, characters, melodies, and worlds that would forever be etched in pop culture. Colorful pixels and distinctive sounds meant that gaming ceased to be a technological curiosity and became the lifestyle of an entire generation. When the 1990s arrived, the gaming landscape changed beyond recognition. Suddenly, we were no longer viewing the world from the sidelines. We were actually within it. Three-dimensional images, depth, camera movement, the first fully-fledged 3D worlds. It was a revolution comparable to cinema's transition from black and white to color. Developers were given tools they had previously only dreamed of, and players experienced full immersion for the first time in history. In the late 1990s, however, something emerged that changed not only the appearance of games, but the entire way we played, the internet. Suddenly, we could connect with people on the other side of the world and compete or collaborate in real time. The first clans, teams, forums, chats, and communities emerged. Games began to live beyond the screen, in conversations, strategies, and relationships that lasted for years. Thus, online culture was born, the foundation of modern gaming. And in the 2000s, competition reached an even higher level. It was no longer about achieving the highest score in front of the TV. Tournaments, prizes, prestige, and professionals who trained like athletes began to matter. Teams, leagues, and the first major live events emerged, with audiences reacting as if they were in real stadiums. Esports developed faster than anyone anticipated, creating a new branch of modern entertainment. Then came the mobile revolution. Smartphones suddenly meant that everyone had a console in their pocket. People who had never played before began firing up simple titles on the bus, in line, or during breaks. Gaming became as ubiquitous as internet access. The market exploded, and the number of global gamers soared to levels previously unimaginable. When VR arrived, everyone felt like we were peering into the future. Simply putting on the headset was enough to transport us to a different world. Sure, the technology wasn't perfect yet. The headsets were heavy, the resolution was average, the prices were high. But that didn't matter. For the first time, games became a space we were entering. And while this was only the first wave of hype, it showed the direction in which interactivity could develop. At the same time, we also began to watch gaming. Streamers and creators posted their emotions, defeats, victories, and commentary, and millions of people followed them daily. Gaming became a spectacle, a new kind of show. Online creators began to set trends, influence game popularity, and build an entirely new media environment. At the same time, the power of technology grew, and game engines began to catch up with Hollywood. Realistic lighting, cinematic shots, detailed facial models, motion capture, and actor scanning. All this blurred the line between film and game. Games became a form of visual art, and their visuals could be as captivating as blockbusters. And then something happened that turned the tables on us. Artificial intelligence. NPCs were no longer just a set of programmed reactions. They began to adapt to player behavior, making decisions for which no one had written the code. Worlds became dynamic, variable, and unique. Dialogue, missions, character behavior, everything could evolve in real time. It was a breakthrough comparable to the arrival of 3D. And finally, the present. 2025-2026, the era of the metaverse. Places where we meet, work, play, and interact in a single shared ecosystem. This is no longer just a game. It's a parallel reality that's slowly seeping into our daily lives. The line between the physical and digital worlds has never been so thin. And when we look back on this 50-year journey, from a few pixels reflected on a screen to vast living worlds created by artificial intelligence, we see the incredible journey the entire industry has come along. Gaming has become more than just entertainment. It's become a language, a culture, a form of expression. And while it may seem like we've reached the pinnacle, we're actually only halfway there. The most exciting things are yet to come.